Namaste. Bahad Bihar, India. And as far as I can see, I just need privacy. Plus a whole lot of tree. For that modesty, I just need space to do me, get a world what they're trying to see. A Stella Maxwell right beside of me. Ferrari, I'm buying 3. A closet of Saint Laurent, get what I want when I want, because this hunger is driving me all the way to India. Let's go. It's so beautiful to see so many female rappers, killing it now, because this is it was a male-dominated industry for way too long, and it was just, it was like the balance was so out of balance. Early on, not getting recognized, the music wasn't taking off. It was, it was lonely. It was like, you had to really just put the work in and love it for the right reasons, because it wasn't successful for years and years and years. It was just me because I'm one of us.
Yeah.
I'm just another human being at the end of the day. I'm really like a person.
Yeah.
And, I think that's always been my MO, my motivation in music is to make it honest, make it human, make it vulnerable, because I think that's what people need, is like to know that they're not alone.
Hello everybody, I'm Rudrani and welcome to Zoom Speak Easy. My guest today is so special. He actually has been rapping since almost 13 years. Imagine a 13-year-old kid rapping and writing and knowing that he's made for bigger things, and he made it so big. I'm of course talking about the very talented G-Eazy. Gerald, hello.
Hello.
But it is true. Almost 20 years, right?
Yeah.
Like almost.
Yeah.
2006 is when you dropped your independent album.
It's hard to count exactly. I was in love with hip hop as a culture, as a music. Grew up in it, and just started writing songs, when I was very young. And, the music has evolved and it's changed a lot through the years, but I never gave up, and I stuck to my dreams. And now I'm in India. This is a beautiful thing, man. I'm very grateful to be here.
We're very grateful to have you and perform. This is your first time here.
Yeah.
So before I talk a little bit, let me ask, what have you been able to, I know you liked biryani.
Yeah. I've been eating a lot. Like, I love Indian cuisine. My mom, she loved Indian food, and growing up, we'd eat a lot of Indian food. One of my best friends is, his whole family's from Mumbai. He's Indian. And his mom, when we were in college, she would host all of us as college students, broke university kids would come over to my best friend's family's house, and she would cook Indian food night, and we'd have a big spread of, of chicken curries and, chicken biryani and tons of naan and, dal. Yeah.
Listen, that's enough for us to accept you as almost 50% Indian. It's wonderful to have you here, and I hope that you get to see the place around as well, and meet more people.
Yeah.
We were just talking about having almost 2 decades of you here. How would you, or what would you describe as your highs and lows, your most interesting moments of your career? Because we have our own, but I'm sure you look at it in a very different way.
Well, of course, music taking me here. I mean, I'm across the world in a country I've never been to, and thousands of people are coming to these shows, and I'm getting to meet people who are telling me that my music has impacted their lives, and it's meant so much to them. So I'm grateful for that kind of love. In terms of highs and lows, it's important to focus on the highs and stay positive, of course, but of course there were lows, man. I mean, early on, not getting recognized, the music wasn't taking off. It was, it was lonely. It was like, you had to really just put the work in and love it for the right reasons, because it wasn't successful for years and years and years. It was just me and in a computer, just making music, uploading it online, and not a whole lot of fans, not touring. So, but the highs, I mean, getting to travel the world, getting to, buy my mom a house, to get to, for my music to reach amazing people and getting to meet them and hear their stories, that's, what more could you ask for?
I have to say this, and most rappers try to live as authentically as possible, because that's the music you're trying to say as well.
Yeah.
And I think it takes a lot of courage to do that. You have written some amazing songs where you've put your heart and soul out. I remember Breakdown. It was such a beautiful track, because, it was courageous to put your truth out there. Of course, Demi being Demi. And I think it was powerful to see that, talking about your flaws, talking about what you went through, and then being there. How did you feel doing that, and why was it more important for you to kind of put a part of you out there,
Man, I mean, because I'm one of us.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just another human being at the end of the day. I'm really like a person.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that's always been my MO. My motivation in music is to make it honest, make it human, make it vulnerable, because I think that's what people need, is like to know that they're not alone. You know, especially when you're going through something, is to feel like, damn, somebody else is going through what I'm going through, you know, and I identify with it. You know, so I think that's a powerful thing, and I think it's important, you know, at least for me as a musician, to always just be authentic and be truthful. And, you know, if you're going through something, talk about it, because chances are somebody else could be going through something similar, and you're giving them strength by naming it and owning it and putting it out there.
You know, it's lovely that you said that. And also, I mean, I look at your career, you've had the biggest hits ever. And, you know, with the biggest collaborations, you know, I know there were constant comparisons with Eminem saying that because there weren't too many white rappers out there who were getting out there, you know, putting themselves out there and competing. And of course, you know, your career is proof to that. But even beyond that, you decided to take that break and then come back, you know. It's very difficult to do that because, and people are often questioned saying that, oh, you know, if you're out of the scene, you'll be forgotten.
Yeah.
There's a fear. I think there's courage in that as well. So I want to know about that. And of course, we all know you were back and how, and you continue to be here.
I mean, you know, it's an industry where if you're not careful, you could just keep going and going and going, and you know, and of course it's scary. It's like, well, if I ever take my foot off the gas, you know, for a second, would they just forget about me? Would I just disappear? You know, and it's like, ultimately, you got to have the strength and self-confidence to know that taking care of yourself is the only way forward. Because if you're not strong mentally and internally, then all of this is going to crumble anyway, because it's a really tough job. It's a lot of pressure constantly. It's a lot of eyes on you. It's a lot of people asking questions. It's a lot that's expected of you. You got to give a lot of energy, but you got to take care of yourself, you know, because if you don't take care of yourself, you know, everything will collapse and crumble with it, you know, so.
How did you take care of your mental health around that time?
Oh man, I'm working on it all the time. You know, it's just about balance, living a balanced lifestyle, you know, trying to be healthy, you know, staying active and exercising, and you know, therapy, just, you know, prioritizing mental health.
You see a lot of, you know, young rappers come in the industry today and they look up to you and say, I want to be this. I remember, you know, you'd mentioned that when you were a 13-year-old, you know, not knowing the beats, writing your songs, G-Eazy was everything for you. You are that for a lot of people.
That's crazy.
Right? It's, a lot of people often say that, oh, you know, I want to be you know, the kind of songs he's written, the honesty that he says with. But, you know, it's also difficult. I want to know, did that help, writing your honest story and putting it out for the world, for judgment? Did that help becoming more authentic? And then, of course, the struggles with stardom, right? Everybody wanting a piece of you, wanting to photograph you. And there's an assumption that, you know, if you're a rapper, you know, you get all the beautiful women, you get every kind of access to the whole world. But there is this dark side that everybody goes through and kind of heals from it and comes back. What would you tell those rappers if you had to?
Oh man, turn around and run far away. You don't want no part of this.
No part of this?
No. You know, it's just at the end of the day, man, I mean, we all have jobs, right? We all have jobs, and we all have to work, and you know, everybody's life is different. Everybody's, you know, most people's jobs may be different, but there's challenges in everything. And, you know, I try to maintain perspective and gratitude for what I get to do as a job. You know, you don't want to complain about it, certainly, because this is a huge blessing that, you know, many people want and, you know, and aspire to and dream about. So, you know, obviously I was joking about to turn around and run away. It's not for everybody, you know, but neither is a lot of things. You know what I mean? What you do is not for everybody either. You know, what you do is not for everybody. It's like everybody has, you know, and you find uniquely what, you know, you're suited for, what aligns with your strengths, you know, and what you really want in your heart of hearts. And, you know, that's what I would say is just pursue what you're passionate about, what you enjoy doing, you know, and what you want to give your all to.
Okay, I know G-Eazy was a definitive inspiration, but I'm sure along the way there are people who've been added and you looked at, even from the new generation. I want to know the rappers that you think are really, really breaking the scene for all the right reasons now and along the way after G-Eazy.
Man, I mean, in terms of changing the game, there's an artist back home where I'm from named Lil Russell. And he's just like revolutionizing so much of the, you know,
You've collaborated with him as well.
yeah. We have a song on my new project. But just I love everything he's doing, man. Shouts out to Russell from Vallejo. You know, he's kind of like just like flipped upside down the concept of how to do concerts and how to monetize, you know, access to artists and, you know, and everything around it. And I just think not only can he rap his tail off, you know what I mean, but he's bringing a whole new perspective to the business side of it as well. So shouts out to Russell, man.
Fantastic. Are there female writers? Are there female rappers that you specifically also like? I know that there have been some that you've spoken in the past, but are there more? And why?
Yeah, shouts out Coi Leray. I love what she's doing. You know, shouts out Lotto. You know, shouts out, man, Cali. It's so beautiful to see so many female rappers, you know, killing it now. You know, because this is it was a male-dominated industry for way too long, and it was just, you know, it was like the balance was so out of balance, you know, and so unequal, you know. So it's I think it's a beautiful thing to see, you know, because female rappers are dominating right now. You know, there are more relevant, more successful female rappers than there are males, and you know, it's like a rightful reckoning almost. You know what I'm saying? And a rebalance that's, you know, a beautiful thing to see.
Okay, you know I love breakdown, obviously. I may talk about it. I know everybody's favorite, Me, Myself, I, then you have No Limit, and there's so many others. If you had to pick out a few songs that you honestly are really proud of, what would they be and why?
They're all on my new album.
Really?
Yeah.
All of them?
I mean, you know, but the music I'm most excited about is my new album. I've taken 1.5 years to make it. I've done over 150 songs. I'm just really excited to get this new music out and to share it with the world. I think it's my best writing, my best music that I've ever made in my career.
Because you said that, you'll have to explain a little more. Like, for me, like I give an example. Breakdown was about courage, about putting yourself out there and talking about your flaws, and also about dealing with stardom.
Yeah.
What would you think this album is about, and why do you think it's sort of? I mean, I haven't heard you say that this is your best ever, so I want to know why.
Yeah. You know, it's about being human. You know, it's that we all, you know, have our things. You know what I mean? And none of us are perfect. It's inclusive in that sense of, you know, everybody's, you know, got the thing, but, you know, in this place, everybody's safe here. There's no judgment. You know what I mean? It's okay, and you know, and it's a beautiful energy inside this place. And you know, get your tickets to come to the show. You'll know the rest before too long.
You also have walked the talk. You know, you've always associated yourself with things that are good, that are supposed to be, you know, talked about. And you have walked out of things that are problematic, you know, biggest brands that you walked off because they've put out racist things. You've taken a stand with a lot of things when it's required. Tell me why that was important for you. Because they say, like I said, there is an assumption about rappers, right? Like they have that life, it's all for the money and it's all for all of that. They looked at it a little different from the rest of the genre because, you know, because you're more provocative in your songs.
Yeah.
I want to know how that helped.
Well, I mean, for me, it's just, I have no choice in the matter. It's in my DNA. It's just, it's in my bones. It's, you know, it's in the family I come from, the lineage, you know, and how I was raised. You know, it's important to, you know, to stand on something, you know, and to have views and values, you know, and be informed, be educated, and have, you know, and be passionate and pay attention to the world, you know, and listen to people, you know, and stand up with and for people, you know, and especially as somebody, you know, with an amplified voice, literally and metaphorically. Like, you know, my voice is amplified through a microphone, and it's also, you know, has this like reach and, you know, and this power. So, you know, it's kind of a shame not to use it, you know, if I feel a way or believe in something, or if I'm, you know, it's also important, obviously, to be informed, you know, because you have to be, you know, informed, to have views and values, and, you know, to be educated and all that. But, you know, ultimately, you know, just be a good person.
Okay, come to my last segment. These are fun, short questions, so we'll keep it crisp. All right, are you ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Okay then. What is the funniest nickname that you heard about yourself? You know, friends often give you nicknames. And
Geraldine, Geraldo.
Oh, I like Geraldo.
Yeah.
Okay, what's the funniest Or the weirdest fan proposal that you ever got? I'm sure in DMs or
Oh
otherwise.
man, yeah, just getting asked to marry her, like crazy. You know what I mean? I had a stalker before. He wouldn't stop showing up at my house, sending me mail and stuff. You know, it's just yeah,
Scary.
yeah.
Sounds really scary. Okay then, what's the best written song that you've written till now? And why?
It's a song on my new album. It's called Anxiety.
Okay, fair enough. New album's clearly going to be fire.
Yeah.
Okay, what's a stage ritual that you do before going on stage? Like you'll be performing soon, so.
I just not much, man. I mean, adrenaline really drives me, and you know, taking a peek at the crowd, but you know, just hitting some push-ups, some jumping jacks, some breathing exercises, just getting my heart going, and just you know, and just getting hyped, like you know. Yeah.
Okay, we haven't seen your tour van or tour bus, right? So, what is the essentials that would be there in a
Sour
G-Eazy?
candy.
Sour candy?
Sour candy, cup of noodles like top ramen, you know.
Okay.
You know, a lot of water and Gatorade. You know, some beers.
Chill.
Yeah.
Okay, so a rapper that you really want to collaborate still with? You
Man, J.
pretty much-
Cole.
J. Cole?
J. Cole, yeah, I love Cole.
Okay, any other? Because you said that once.
Oh, of course, yeah. You know, I mean, obviously, you know, Drake. I mean, the list goes on and on. You know, the chance to if I ever got to, you know, Hove, you know, it would be crazy. But I mean, I could go on all day.
Make it happen.
Yeah.
We hope that happens. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, because we're saying any Indian artists that you're aware of, that you've heard, any Indian rap that you've heard that you've
A
liked.
friend of mine, her name's Ananya. Yeah. she's
You
a
just
singer.
recently met Ananya, yeah.
Yeah. We've met in person, you know, but we've done a song together, and I think we may play it live. You know, we'll see.
Oh,
yeah, at the show tomorrow.
Oh,
We'll see.
really?
We'll see. I don't know. You know.
Okay. If you had to describe yourself in 3 words that best describes Gerald, what would that be?
G-Eazy.
Okay. All right then. Pretty much what it is, right?
Yeah.
Okay. One message for your Indian fans?
Thank you. Seriously, thank you. I don't take any of this lightly, and the fact that I'm halfway around the world and there's thousands of people coming to see me perform, that's just, thank you. You know, I remember when 3 people would come to see me perform. I remember when 30 people would come. I remember when 300 would come, you know, and that felt like, you know, a sea of people. And, you know, to see, you know, thousands and thousands and thousands of people packed to, you know, it's just a beautiful thing. So I sincerely say thank you.
Okay, before I let you go, can I teach you some Hindi? Can we say namaste?
Namaste.
And can I say bahut pyar, India?
Bahut pyar, India.
You're so good. Look at you. Okay, thank you so much. Before I let you go,
Right on.
if you could wrap it 2 lines for us.
Yeah.
Okay.
And as far as I can see, I just need privacy. Plus a whole lot of tree. For that modesty. I just need space to do me, get a world what they're trying to see. A Stella Maxwell right beside of me. Ferrari, I'm buying 3. A closet of Saint Laurent, get what I want when I want, because this hunger is driving me all the way to India. Let's go.
Woohoo! Thank you so much. You're awesome, and thank you for being who you are.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Namaste.